It's your boy Moose, and I'm here on the J All Day Show.
What's cracking? What's popping? It's your host from the West Coast, Jenna, aka J All Day, and I got special guests with me. Introduce yourself.
It's like I've been planning that this whole time.
I love that you actually had a plan though.
Yeah, for sure. But my name's Elijah, or better known as Moose. I tell everybody my name is Moose. Elijah is my son now.
Okay.
I got the name Moose.
Nice.
That's me. So.
Why do they call you Moose?
It's a funny story. I was like in the 7th grade,
Uh-huh.
and I was at this teen camp, and there was another kid named Elijah, and he came through. And
the double name situation.
Man. And so, like, I was like, okay, now we got to figure out something to, identify you guys. So at this time, I was trying to embrace my middle name,
Right.
which is Mustafa.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. So nobody knew that, and a lot of people growing up always thought I was, African and things like that. And when you grow up as a little kid, you're like, no, I'm not.
Right,
so I kind of took it offensive.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, now I'm gonna embrace it. So call me Mustafa.
I like that.
I went by Mustafa for 2 weeks, and the damnedest thing happened.
Then
This kid,
Moose. Done.
this kid named Elijah. The other kid comes in, and we're like, what's your name? Mustafa.
No shit.
I swear to God.
What?
I swear.
I don't believe it.
I swear. And the guy.
How are you gonna get two Mustafas?
That's what I was saying, but so mine is spelled Mustapha.
Okay.
His was Fa.
Oh,
So that was the difference.
slight work.
That was the difference.
Yeah.
My mom wanted to be, unique.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, it was like, okay, now we gotta figure something else out. So like, all right, I'm tired of this. Just call me Moose. I was like Moose. I was like,
I
okay,
like that though.
Mus, but it was Mus. Then after a while, it then turned into like the actual Moose, like Moose.
Bullwinkle.
Yeah, Bullwinkle. That's my next tattoo.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Oh, that's
On my
dope.
calf.
That's really dope. I actually really love Bullwinkle.
I just came up with that.
That's funny.
Yeah, no,
That's
for
so
sure.
dope. Yeah, you know what? And if you didn't spell it like moose, then like most people probably would say like mus.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like musty. You don't want it to go.
Right.
You know, what I mean, that could go so many bad left turns.
It's
right
really
there.
been my name. Like when I graduated, they were like Elijah Moose. Like they emphasized Moose Mustafa.
I love nicknames
Oh,
because of
man.
that. Like, I always go by Jay, but because my name is Jenna, everyone's always like, is your name short for Jennifer? No, it's not. Why the fuck would you ask me something stupid like that? My name's not Jennifer, and why would I go by Jenna? And anyone who does that, I have a problem with you. Like, honestly, go by Jen or Jenny, but don't go by Jenna. That's a whole name. That's two, you know what I mean?
Right, that Jenna. Like, I guess I never thought about that.
Thank
I
God.
really never thought about that.
Good. Keep it out
That's
of your
cool.
memory.
I get my name mixed up a lot too. It's Isaiah or Elijah. I'm like, come on, how do you get those two mixed up?
Listen, someone had called me Gina one time. I remember like a PE coach that's like knew my brother, and called me Gina during roll call. And I'm like, who the fuck? How do you get Gina out of Jenna?
That is hilarious because I got the same story. My gym teacher was like, Isaiah. I was like,
You know me, bro.
I'm like, come on.
I'm here every fucking day. Let's get on.
That's
Actually,
funny.
this is a great topic, names, because we were just talking about that. Me and my boyfriend were talking about how I think that when parents name their kids fucked up names, it's like the most selfish thing in the whole world to do. Like, period. Like that kid. Okay, actually, this is perfect because I was gonna ask you about Amber Rose's face tat. Have you seen it?
Uh-uh.
So she, beautiful, right? This bitch can wear her hair bold. She's beautiful, right? Face all day. She recently got, in cursive, right on her hairline, Bash and Slash, which is the name of her kids. Her kid's name that she just had is called Slash Electric. I told my boyfriend, that is the most fucked up shit. Like, if that kid is a rock star, cool.
Right.
But what if that kid's not a rock star, Mom? What if that kid is like a doctor and he like hates his name every day? Because kids, how mean are kids in school with your name? You can have a name like John and they'll be like, John, you a fat fuck. Like, where did that rhyme? You know what I mean?
No,
Like, it's so messed up.
That is crazy. She named Slash Electric.
Yes, Slash Electric was her newest born son. And so everyone's on her line because everyone's like, how could she do that to her face and blah, blah, blah. And whatever, yes, that's the concern too. But also for me, it's just, why would you name your son, like his middle and his first name are fucked?
Amber
Like-
Rose is an asshole.
You know what I'm saying? And I like her. You know what I mean? So Amber,
Right.
if for some reason someone sends you this is nothing against. Well, actually, it's kind of something against you. But I like you as a person. I just think that it's super selfish. Like my mom went to school with. She had a teacher. His name was Mr. Harry Butts. Why would you do that to your child?
His last name's Butts.
Butts.
And his mom named him Harry.
Harry. Out of all the fucking names in
Nah.
the world, you're gonna name your mom, or you're gonna name your son Harry.
Because she didn't want him in the first place.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was fucked up.
It's so fucked up. Now, there's like some other, people that will name their kids stuff that's like hard to pronounce. It'll be like a silent P or like a hyphen or, a talent. What are those marks? The little
hyphens are like
the little apostrophe marks, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like I get it. You want it to be rare name and you want it to be original and all that stuff, but if you go through your whole fucking life having to either A, stick up for yourself because of your name, or B, have to constantly tell people, no, it's Siobhan, but it looks like Sharon. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, you ever in school and you see the kids like right before they even know it's their name, they're like,
Yep,
that's me.
Exactly.
You can't pronounce it, huh?
Or it's the same teacher. Like I've done this so many times before. I'm the worst at reading names, like Instagram, right?
Mhm.
But Instagram's hard because you don't know what the fuck people are trying to say in their Instagram names. But I've had to do like for the big climb, where the firefighters or like the real people have to climb the tower for cancer, right? So I have to go through and I have to name all of the people who are participating, and so it's be like Richard something. And is Trina freaking out right now?
Is that what that is?
Probably.
I thought somebody was knocking on your door.
Oh.
I was like,
No.
is somebody making a beat out there?
Trina is currently outside of the room because I know she'll make noise, so she's just hitting the door with her face.
She is funny.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I have to name off these names and I have to apologize before I say them because I'm like, I'm so sorry I murdered your name. But it's not their fault. That's why I call it selfish.
That's why you were seeing on Facebook too, when like you have to get like those people like when they have like little quotations on how to pronounce their name.
Oh yeah, I
like,
know.
There'd be some. I'd be like, huh?
Like I get if like you come from, if your family comes from India or something, and you have names where like obviously people in America they're just fucking so ignorant they don't even try, right? But there's a difference of literally making bad names like Candy Cane. Or like, you know what I mean? Like, why would you do that to somebody?
Right.
It's fucked up.
It's really. I went to school with some people. I'm not even gonna say the names out loud because honestly, I don't want to remember. But I remember being in class with some people. I'm like, why did your mom do that to you? Why?
Did she hate you? Like, why did she do that?
My mom. Oh, speaking of names, for my name for 2 weeks.
Twist your mic a little bit for me, okay?
This way.
There you go. Yeah,
My name for 2 weeks was. Oh, I hope I get this right. Mustafa Elijah Baraka Brown, something like that.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I was Barack before Barack got famous.
That's dope though.
For 2 weeks.
That's dope.
And then my dad was begging my mom, please don't name my son.
Look at what it would have been now though. You would have been.
Man,
like
they really would have been.
Do they ever talk about that? They're like, damn, we should have named you Barack.
No, yeah, my mom did. When he won, my mom was like, damn it, I knew it.
We could have had signs. We could have had license plates.
I knew it. But your dad just wanted to. Please don't name my son Mustafa. It sounds too much like Lucifer. That's what apparently it happened.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why my dad didn't want it. But
interesting.
So
you know what though? That's probably smart. Because you know damn sure little fucking Johnny on the playpen is gonna have something to say about your goddamn name.
Right.
Lucifer, you're the devil.
Right.
Yeah,
So my dad
kids.
was like, no. So I got Elijah, and that's what. And then she got Mustafa.
And Elijah's like so different too. It's like Bible and then
Right. Right. I think my son's name's Elijah, and I look at him like, you don't look like an Elijah.
Yeah, really?
Well, because you look like me. That's the reason why. But
And you don't think you look like an Elijah?
I look like my name's Alfred.
No, you don't.
That's my dad's name.
That's so random.
God.
You look like Moose though. I don't know you. Actually, how I met Moose was he's a listener. He was a listener on Cube, and we just always DM'd, and I was like, "Fucking come on the podcast, like come and hang out." So I kind of just like I met you Once, was it like face to face once before, right?
Yeah,
at New Year's.
Face once, yeah.
Okay, and then so this is our second time meeting, so I can't really say like, oh, you look like a, but like sometimes things just fit. You know what I mean?
It's the craziest thing. I've done heard that like 1,000 times. You actually look like a moose now. It's crazy, and it's not even like no disrespect.
No, yeah.
Like
it just kind of
really
molds into you.
Like it's you. Like when I see you, I don't see Elijah. Like,
yeah.
It's Moose.
Yeah, that's funny.
My family calls me Moose.
I know a lot of people like that, especially people that I only call them their nicknames. Sometimes I forget what the fuck their real name is.
Yeah.
Like I will straight, and I'll know these people for like 10 plus years. But I'm like, wait, what's your? I'll have to do something like write down some government shit, and then I'll be like, wait, what's your real name again? Or like a guest list. They're like,
crazy.
Oh, blah. I'm like, oh shit, that's right. I can't believe that.
It took me 10 years to find out my brother Jay.
Yeah.
His name's Jamar. I never knew that. My whole life I thought it was just J-A-Y.
Just Jay.
Yeah. His name's Jamar.
That's so funny. Nicknames really do stick with you though. Thank God I got some good ones myself. Okay, so real quick, before anything else, I have to give a new snack alert. So it's kind of not a new snack, but I just wanted to talk about it because Valentine's Day is tomorrow.
Hey.
If you go to Burger King and you print out a picture of your ex and hand it to them, they will give you a free Whopper. Did you know that? He's in shock.
No, I did not know that.
But you have to print it out. That is the catch. Not like, here's the phone, here's a picture of us. You have to print that motherfucker out and bring it, and they will give you a free Whopper.
You know what's crazy?
What?
My son's mom works at Burger King.
No shit?
Yeah.
What if you just go in there and be like, it's her. Can I get a free
Whopper
Whopper and
I
fries?
need my Whopper.
I don't need a picture. She actually is right here.
They're doing that. Hey, shout out to Burger King.
I know, it's funny, right?
That is funny.
I know that Hooters, they did something like that. They give you free wings if you took a picture of your ex and you ripped it up in front of them or something, but we don't have a Hooters here anymore, so.
Oh my God.
I know.
I need like
great marketing though, right?
Dick's to do something like that or something.
I think they should, like, if Dick's could do some type of marketing with women, like your ex Dick or something like that, you know what I mean? Like that would be so fucking
hilarious.
Hey,
bro.
if anyone hears that shit, I need my check. Give me my coin. Run me my bag, please.
My money.
And speaking of Valentine's Day, so are you a Valentine's Day? You got a girl.
Yes.
Do you guys celebrate? Are you like someone that goes all out, flowers, candy?
Well, I don't want her to listen to this podcast, but I
shit.
am.
Well, in the past years.
I am the person that, yeah, I'll probably always.
But you do celebrate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I do something small. I haven't really done anything that's like
extravagant.
Whoa. Yeah, you did all that for me, but because I feel like throughout the whole year I always show my genuine love, and I know some women always like, well, it's just a one day and things like that, but she always gives love back too, so it's kind of like we just do something small to.
I think that's totally fine.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like I was just telling my dude, like, you don't have to get me anything. Like, he does so much for me, and no, all corniness aside, like Valentine's Day really just, it's not important. Yeah. It's only important to people that are like freshly like seeing somebody, or people that are really unhappy in their life, you know what I mean? But I just don't, I think that you can bring me a card, like I would love a card, and like us to go out and do something together, like dinner, but like we're not gonna even do anything on Friday, like we're gonna go out Saturday. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I hear you.
So it's just, I don't know, I feel like birthdays come above everything else. Like, I'm gonna show out for your birthday.
Facts.
And then Christmas, like holidays, right? And then I'm gonna hook you up for Christmas. I got you. Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
Like, so without ruining anything you might have planned for tomorrow, let's just take it back like a year. How long have you been seeing your girl?
Well, we've known each other for a long time, but we only been together going on 2 years. So I think last year would have been our first one.
What'd you guys do last year? Do you remember? I don't even remember what I did last year.
That's crazy. I don't.
So
I really don't.
I guess
I know I did something. I got her some stuff for sure.
What I'm trying to get to, I guess, is like, what's your candy move? Is it like the heart-shaped chocolate? Is it like she likes sour candy? Are the flowers real? Are they fake balloons? Like, what's your thing?
I like the chocolate, like the hearts.
Okay.
Or not actual chocolate hearts, but just like
in the box.
Heart-shaped box.
Okay.
Things like that, teddy bear and balloons and flowers.
Okay.
Real flowers.
Just like the average Valentine's Day hookup.
And a really nice card. I think the card's
It is.
It's like the best part.
Because you have to write something that actually matters.
Yeah, the card's the best part. And I don't think anybody can go wrong with like a little stuffed bear or anything.
Yeah.
I can say this because I didn't get it. There was this big, cute, fluffy little gray, nice little elephant for $15. And it was fucking huge. It was like
big ass elephant.
Yeah, $15. So if you guys want $15.
If you want a $50 elephant, Moose got the plug.
I got you.
Okay, so that was all I want to talk about Valentine's Day. And happy pre-Valentine's Day to anyone that's going to be celebrating tonight, if you feel me. So let's get into you real quick.
For sure.
Let's talk about, you actually kind of came in here today with some really good news. You was like, yo, I got something to share and I want to share it. So this is your chance.
Okay. Well, a lot of people, you guys don't know because you guys don't know me. But for last couple years, 3-4 years, I've been going through some things, like with my son's mom. And so today, my lawyer, it's not finalized and everything, but we definitely are at the last step. It's the pre-check.
Yes.
Or the last check. We're going over it again. We're double checking everything. Okay, this needs to be tweaked a little bit. We're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Okay, do you agree to
Final stages.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know, it's really petty shit.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, you know what?
Usually is though. I mean, you're not the only one.
At this point. It's been going on for a lot of years. But the thing is, the biggest thing is my supervised visits being removed.
Okay.
So that's one of the biggest things because I got my own spot. So it's pretty embarrassing when you have to go to your dad's house every other weekend and share a couch with your son, or not a couch, a hide a bed.
Right.
With him. And
just to spend time with them.
Yeah, and it takes a toll on you, after a while. Because like I said, it's been going on for years. I had to take a class for it.
Okay.
And, things
so
like that.
Let's backtrack just a little bit because I want people to understand why this is such big news. So you and your ex had a child who's Elijah that we found out.
Yeah.
And how old is Elijah?
He's 6.5.
6.5. And you said this has been going on for 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, about the beginning of 2016.
Okay.
January 1st, 2016.
So he was 3.
Yeah.
2, 3 years
old.
old.
He was 2.5, going on 3.
Okay.
He'll be 3 eventually.
And you guys split, and I'm just assuming it was not a good split. It was probably a lot of shit involved. Like everybody that I talk to, if you're in a relationship and you have to share a child, there's a lot of messy shit that goes on.
No, yeah, sure.
Even if you have a good relationship, there's always a little bit of dust bunnies that get away, So, and you just found out. So after you said it's been 2 years of supervised visits.
And it's been almost a total of 4. It'll be 4.
Total 4 years.
Total
Okay.
4.
And do you mind me asking why you were put on supervised?
I made some mistakes, and what I've come to grips with in life is I've owned up to that.
Yeah.
But I don't say it was all completely me.
Yeah.
Because I always feel like a relationship is definitely 2 ways.
Definitely.
And there's definitely things that you can realize and that I can realize together individually as a person, and you can be able to move on from it and things like that. And it took me a while, a couple years, even after all this stuff, to sit myself down and accept the fact that I did do wrong. I don't always like talking about what I did, but it was definitely something that, you could see why this did happen to me.
Okay, so it wasn't out of left field. You kind of feel okay, I fucked up, I paid my dues. Yeah. And it was something that you learned a lesson from.
The situation on how it happened, how it came across, was really messed up. It came, we broke up in January, and all this happened in August. So it was definitely well down the line.
Yeah.
So that's why it was always blindsided me, and because I thought everything was gonna be fine. I got away from it. We can go about our lives. Everything's gonna be good, and we'll figure out how to co-parent. But then I just got slapped in the face with that out of nowhere. Yeah. And I understood that.
Let me fix this for a little bit.
And the thing was with that, I didn't, like I said, I owned up to my faults.
Yeah.
It wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
I definitely went through a lot. Like I said, I was a baseball player coming out of high school.
Yeah.
Getting ready to go play baseball in college, and I have a son. My mind just honestly kind of turned to a different way. I went through a lot, especially between my junior and senior year. I lost an uncle that battled with cancer, watching him in my house.
Yeah.
So I did that. My dad leaves 6 weeks. He's gone on the road during my senior year of high school. So I'm at home by myself. So I kind of went through a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of that stuff happened, and I didn't catch it because I was so young and trying to be a dad and trying to let everything flow. And
you had a lot on your plate.
Yeah, it just smacked the hell out of me. That's what happened. So, but now it's all coming together.
Good.
Everything's great. I'm definitely, like I said, I'm well past accepting my own faults, way past of all the drama that's going on.
Right.
But you can't get away from it too much. But
yeah, well, you try as much as you can, but as long as you're doing the job that you need to do as a dad, like that is all that matters.
Oh no,
you know
for
what I mean?
sure.
And
for
that's,
sure.
I think that's what I see just so many times in relationships where it's like, one of either the male, I guess in this world it could be all whatever, but both sides. You always have the angry person that's in a relationship that's a lot of times vindictive or whatnot, and they're mad because they want to either be with the other person and the person doesn't want to be with them, so they don't want anyone else to be with them, and it just gets messy. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that was your situation at all, but it's just sad to me because I think that if people started to realize that the person that gets hurt the most in this situation is the child, I think that they would make a lot better decisions. And I was one of those kids. I was that kid, and I don't know my dad like that. And he was verbally abusive to me and about my whole family. So my mom was who we had, my mom and my grandparents. And it was just messy. You know what I mean? It's like to be a scared kid and to be put in situations like my dad used to try to tell me bad things about my mom when I was like 2-3 years old, and she never said a bad thing to me about him. And I remember that now that I'm older, and I respect her so much for that because he was really a piece of shit, but she never said that. While he's over here talking her up, ooh, she's this, she's that, she's this, and then come to find out she's none of those things. Makes
That's
you think like
been one of my fears too, because I don't ever say anything bad about my son's mom.
And you never should.
Ever.
Yep.
Ever. I always make sure that he's doing his part as a son to, be there and, be a good child to his mom. Yeah. That's what I always make sure, no matter what. I don't tell him that, me and mommy don't get along or things like that, or ever. Right. I say your mom's not ever, never to him. Good. Because I don't ever want him to be like, Dad, why would you always say that about mom? No, because obviously, I had a child with your mom, or me
you
your mom
did like her at some point.
So I can't do that to you, and I don't want to do that to you because forever that will always be your mother. Yeah. Regardless. And I think also we're all getting older now. She just turned 25. I'm getting ready to turn 25.
Oh, you guys are so young.
Right. I know. Don't get me wrong.
Old.
I look old now.
No, you're young. You got it.
I look like a dad, a 25-year-old dad for sure.
I just think that's the most important thing. Is like you put your shit aside because there's somebody that's gonna have to reap all the things that come along with this as they get older. And for a lot of people that I talk to, they're always like, I'm just so worried that my kid will think that I wasn't there, or like when the parents, the one talking shit about the other parent to the kid. And I always tell them every time, like, please trust when I say this to you. That kid will know. Like, what is done in the dark comes to light, and you have to believe that.
I never changed towards my son because I think of that. I'm like, eventually he's going to start realizing, and it's going to click in his head, and he's going to be like, you know what? My dad has never left.
See?
Regardless of all the things that have been going on, I may not have seen him every time or all the time, a lot of the time, but I did see him at least once a week, and my dad made sure that he was always there to see me.
But can he pick up the phone and call you anytime?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what that is what matters to kids.
He just got his tonsils removed and he wanted to call me. His mom texted me, was like, he's ready to call you now. He says, you know.
Yeah.
So,
all the ice cream in the world, though.
Oh, man. Honestly, I loaded him up with, like, mashed potatoes.
I love mashed potatoes. That's like that is my go-to.
I loaded him up with mashed potatoes.
He sounds, me and Elijah would get along. We would just eat boats load of mashed potatoes.
No, yeah, for sure. For sure.
So, what do you do? What do you do in life?
Right now, I'm trying to be rich. I'm trying to find a way to get rich.
Oh shit, you too? Damn.
Just like everybody else in the world.
Right.
No, but right now I'm definitely in between jobs. I'm really in a hard mindset of like what I really want to do because I really want to go back to school. That's always been my goal, was to finish going to school.
So college or
college.
And what did you go to college for? Did you start?
I started for like 2 weeks. I didn't even.
Oh, okay.
Like, that was as far as I got. And I just was like, I need to work. Because this is like I was having my.
I feel you in that. Yeah.
I gotta work. I can't go to school. I have to work full time, 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
Gotta get it done. But now I really want to like figure out a way to get back into like going to school because all the bullshitty ass jobs that I do, I'm like. This is not me.
Right.
And for one, I'm not a labor person, to be honest. I'm a big guy and everything. Shout out to me being big, but I am not a labor person. I'm sorry. I like
such a thing.
I like using my brain and I like talking because I can talk very well. I can talk to a lot of people. I can attract people. So like that's what I really want to do with my life is be able to use my brain and things like that. So it's kind of just hard because I want to do that, but I have to go to school. But I also live on my own, so I got bills to pay. So
I feel you.
It is.
I was working 3 jobs, had a fucking new puppy, going to college. I had to go to first community college because I didn't have enough for a year. And then finally got to 4 years, and it took me like fucking goddamn 8 years to graduate. I didn't think I was going to graduate. Man. If I told you the shit that I was seeing and the shit that I was around while writing essays, you would be like, damn. So I was, it was hard though. Yeah. But it was worth it because it makes me feel good. Like my mom gave me some really good advice, and I want to share it with other people because I think that we suffer a lot from saying, okay, what should we do and what do we have to do? And I think those two things can coincide, but you just have to let go of a lot of shit. Let go of your free time, let go of your friend time, let go of going out and getting fucked up. And if you can fit it in, then cool, that's on you. But my mom said, I don't care what the fuck you go to college for. I just want you to get a degree. Because what it shows is that you see something through to the end. And it stuck with me. Because I was like, I don't want to go to college. It's so stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I was good at school, but I wasn't good at school. Like, I like school. Yeah, I was like, I was smart, but it's like I fucking hated school. I graduated early from high school. I just wanted to get the fuck out of there. And I got my, AA in behavioral sciences and then decided, okay, well, I want to do criminology. Ended up going to a college that had a criminology major, then left that college to come back to the Bay Area to home, and then found out that the college I wanted to go to doesn't have a criminology major. So everything that I took didn't go over. So I had to start over and go to human development. Because psychology is cool, but I do think that there's more to the brain than just inside. Like there's environmental factors and everything. So I wanted to do counseling for a while. And I wanted to be like a prison inmate counselor. That's what I wanted to do for a long time. Everybody thought I was fucking crazy.
I always wanted to be a counselor. That's hella funny.
But it's because probably we've gone through, like for me, my childhood was kind of fucked up some of the time. And I wanted to be able to relate to people that I talked to. And so many times where it's like I was put with somebody, a counselor, and they were like, talk to this person. And I would talk to them and they'd ask me what some of the words I said, like if I were talking to them and say something about lit, right? They'd be like, well, what does lit mean? I can't talk to you, bro, if like you don't know even what the fuck I'm saying.
No,
So I thought in my head, like, well, why don't I be a counselor that I I could get involved with with people, you know what I mean, and they would trust me because they would understand me.
That's crazy, yeah. Like that's exactly how I feel, and I can definitely like relate to that because like when I coach baseball, I'm like I said, I'm only 24 now, so like when I was coaching 16-year-olds, I was 22 at the time, or 23, I was 23 at the time, and it's just like I was able to relate to them very well. Like they can talk to me however like they want it, like and it's
like a friend.
And it's like definitely why I also wanted to like go into counseling too. I did a thing like my senior project was about teen depression. It was wrapped around teen depression because there's so many kids every year that commit suicide that nobody talks about. It's one of the most high rate kids, the way kids pass away, and nobody talks about it. So my thing was I always wanted to talk about it and just give people the platform to talk. Like your voice is powerful. I don't care how big you are, how small you are, how short you are, how wide you are, anything. Your voice is powerful. Your mind, your brain, and everything is powerful. So things like that. So that was like one of my big things that I always wanted to do. So I always wanted to give back. That's one of my things right now is like I'm trying to find like jobs like that have to do with like behavior things and working with kids too. That's kind of like where I go to because that's one of the things that I always wanted to do. I even wanted to open up a community center.
Yeah, me too.
That's like I'm trying to get something that will get people to come, like especially like youth. In my senior year, I was the president. Like I said, I was the president of my high school. Shout out Franklin, go Quakers. I was a president, and I put on a peace treaty. It was like I got all the at-risk youth from all the alternative schools and even a lot of the public schools. I worked with my BSU and Roosevelt's BSU class of 2013, and we put on together where we had all the at-risk youth come. We had police there, current gang members, former gang members, people that have been in prison. Larry Gossett came, just people who also were in higher up were coming, and things like that. So we just got like, it was like a nice movement for them to talk, had food for them, and it was just like, give them a nice little thing. So when I first did that, I was like, oh yeah, this is what I should do in life. This is definitely what I should do. Is definitely give back to kids because kids can look up to me, especially if I have kids my age that are looking up to me and are willing to come because it was voluntary for them to come. Like, they didn't have to come. And it was over 200 kids came.
That's dope.
And it was something really like, that it's my proudest moment.
Oh, damn.
I'm just no. I'm just showing you. I have my 5 questions set. Don't worry.
I knew you was gonna say.
Don't worry.
I was actually thinking about that because I always ask my outro questions now, and so I was thinking about that the other day. Like, you know what? I bet he's prepping right now, and this should be shocking, but it's okay. If this was GGN and Snoop Dogg, then people would know.
I really rock with you. I really rock with your show and everything that you do and everything. I really appreciate
that. I think that that. Real recognize real. It's like one of my favorite sayings, and I use it all entirely too much, but it's because it's literally been proven. Like you cannot go against that saying because it's true. I can tell a fake person from a mile fucking way. There's only been a few that have gotten under, that barrier where I'm like, damn, I thought you was a real one, but you're not.
No, facts. When's your birthday?
June 26th.
June 26th.
I'm a Cancer.
You're a Cancer.
I am. A lot of people say that I don't have a lot of Cancer qualities, but if you really know me, I'm emotional when I'm comfortable around people.
One of my best friends is a Cancer.
Really?
Yeah, his birthday's the 23rd.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's tight.
So yeah, okay. Then
makes sense.
I can see it then too. Yeah,
it
for
makes
sure.
Sense. We're big hearts. That's why.
My girlfriend got me into all that zodiac stuff.
Astrology shit.
Yeah, we're like the perfect match.
See, I don't really believe in that.
Neither do I.
But I believe that it makes people. Those kind of things is like I was talking to the ladies that were the clairvoyant ladies, right? And I was asking them off camera, like, do you guys ever, we always talk about manifesting our future and shit like that, right? So like, do you ever manifest bad shit though? Like I asked them, like, do you know if you're gonna stay with your significant other? Like if you are psychic or you are clairvoyant and you get all of these signs, like, do you have a sign that says like, oh, this is the dude that you're gonna be with or not? And if you do get one of those bad signs, do you manifest that? Like, how do you not manifest some bad shit? If I was a fortune teller, right? And you came in and I was like, yo, bro, you got like 3 more weeks to live. Like, would you manifest that into something bad? Or would you, you know what I mean? Like, can you make that shit happen in a sense? Like, I don't know. I just think that sometimes I like to know a little less.
I think I would not want to know. I think I'd be, that's messed up.
Or like if they said you're going to marry someone with a name starting with a B. Like, would you bypass everybody else that you met and say you had a real connection with somebody, but their name started with a C? Would you pass them up just because a fortune teller told you? That's the kind of shit I'm talking
see,
about.
you got me stuck. Cause I'm like, I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna do. I'm like, I might just, nope.
It's like you sabotage yourself almost, right? Like, that's kind of how I look at it.
I'm like, Randy.
What?
Nope. Brandy.
That makes more sense.
Makes more sense. Yeah.
Okay, one more thing. Are you a gamer? Do you like Nintendo Switch and like Sega and all that?
I got a PS4. I mean, I have a PS4. I just got it.
Are you Fortnite?
No.
Okay.
I'm a sports dude.
Sports.
Yeah.
So give me your teams real quick. Football.
Seahawks all day.
He's got it on his fucking
all day, every day.
And then baseball.
Go Mariners. But
ooh.
I'm a San Francisco Giants fan. Sorry.
Ew, that's even worse.
I'm a San Francisco Giants fan at heart.
It's even worse, bro.
The Dodgers or the A's?
What the? Do you not?
The A's.
Yeah, I have it on my ankle.
A's?
I even have my socks on.
Do you guys even have fans?
What? We have the best fans. Get the fuck out of here. I'm about to cut your podcast short.
I just looked up games.
Mariners and A's, they're rivals,
We're going
bro.
down to I was thinking about going down because I love the Bay. I love the Bay. I just went.
You're welcome.
I just went last year for the first time.
What, for the first time?
Second time.
Where'd you go?
Oh, Frisco.
What part did you just did the tourist shit?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next time you go, you need to holler at me because I'm gonna give you a whole list of shit you need to try.
Say less, because we're about. I'm telling you. I mean, I went to Oakland back in 2011 for baseball. We went down and played Oakland Tech High School.
Oh, my grandma went to Oakland Tech.
Man, I went down there. I played with a whole bunch of white kids, right?
Yeah.
And then we played a team straight black people.
I know.
And people up here,
Oakland.
if you're black and you play baseball, they laugh at you. Trust me, I know.
Hey, we got Ricky Henderson, bro.
Listen, I went down there. I was like, I got this.
Yeah.
They tore me up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, these guys is real. I gotta come back here.
You know, Marshawn, he used to run track, and he was fucking fast. So man, I got people that are his.
There's a bomb ass barbecue spot over there too.
It's called Everett and Jones.
That lady, I love her so much.
Listen. That's actually the famous. There's a couple spots Everett and Jones, but that one by the Coliseum is the best. When we get off, I'll have to show you an old school picture of me like with the West Coast like in front of a fucking really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place is classic. If you've ever been to Everett and Jones, or sorry, if you haven't, they have pictures of celebrities and people that have been there. Tell me, their sweet potatoes though, their yams.
Everything there was fire.
Their ribs and yams are my two favorite things.
She said, "This is the best barbecue in the whole world." And me, I'm smart. I said, "Yeah, we gonna see."
Yeah.
And she said, "What?"
Oh.
I was like, "Uh-oh." She was like, "Nah." She said, "No, come get a plate first. I'm gonna let you get a plate first. Don't nobody eat till he eats." And I took a bite and I said, "All right."
It's good though. I haven't been there for fucking years, but that's one. That's something that we used to do with like Raiders games and shit.
That's what's up. She came and watched me play. She came and watched me pitch because she said CC Sabathia was her favorite player. And me, I was a big dude, like, and tall at the same time.
Yeah.
She was like, "You remind me of him, just a right-handed guy."
You kind of do look like,
Or if I pitch shooting, she was like, "You remind me of him." I said, "We gotta come see me pitch tomorrow." And then she came and watched.
Yeah.
She's cool. So.
Yeah, he's from Vallejo too.
Yeah. So I rock with the Bay.
Yeah.
I rock with it.
I love that so much.
I rock with it.
Well, anyways, back to the whole gamer thing. Nintendo Switch, the reason why I bring it up is because they're doing something really dope. They're actually doing pop-ups, so little demos at airports. And you know how like you always read shit and like it never is in your area?
Yeah.
Well, they're having one at SeaTac. So if you go to the airport and you are there, they'll have a Nintendo Switch pop-up lounge. And they'll have like furniture, they have charging ports. You can demo the games and the Switch and all that beforehand, before flight, which if you got kids, shit, yeah. How hard it is to bring kids to the airport and have them run around.
That's solid.
And they're going to have like Super Mario, a whole bunch of different Mario games, and then The Legends of Zelda.
When are they coming?
They're going to be here February 7th through March 29th.
I'm there.
That's dope, right?
I'm there.
Yeah, so they got one in like Washington, D.C., SeaTac, I think Dallas. But like, they're not everywhere. So
it's just like a select amount?
Yeah, just a couple of different airports. And they're trying it out.
Come on, they rock with Seattle.
I know, it's tight, right?
Or isn't there like Nintendo here?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm reaching.
I'm not sure, but I know there's a shitload of gamers here.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. But I play sports games like Madden, 2K.
Yeah, I was a big, when my brother was around, he played a lot of the football.
Yeah, I'm on this show right now, baseball.
Yeah.
And my dude's an all-star.
Nice.
Better ask about me.
Better ask about me. Okay, so let's get to the 5 questions. You have anything else you want to plug while you're here?
Well, maybe whenever I do get. So I'm also getting ready to try to start my own podcast. I'm looking to do an all sports podcast.
Mm-hmm.
That's really probably what I'm gonna go down because it's way easy for me. But as you can see, I can talk about anything else.
Yeah.
I can keep going. So it's kind of a toss up. But I'm probably gonna go with the sports. Probably my main thing. So
cool.
Probably gonna look out for all sports talk with Moose. That's
cool.
probably what I'm looking for. Just that's about it. Just look out for that one day. If I do start it, shout it out.
When you got it, I will put it up here. I'll shout you out. I'll do all that stuff.
Because I ain't gonna be like no average anchor. Oh hey, today
you don't want to be average anchor. That's what we're talking about. That you can only be you, and that's your superpower. Is that you're the only motherfucker that is Moose out there.
I'm the dopest motherfucker out there.
There you go. That's how everyone should feel about themselves.
That's how I've always felt. I was like, Jen is kind of lucky
to get me on her podcast.
Show,
I am. I'm lucky.
Yeah. Watch all these people be like, oh my god, Moose. I like him.
You know what? You're fucking lucky. No, I'm just playing. Just playing. So let's head it out with the outro question, since this will probably go fast since someone fucking studied. So, do you remember the questions like by heart?
What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Go ahead. Why don't you just interview yourself? Go ahead.
Oh man, I think that is the first one.
It is the very first.
All right. The first thing I do when I wake up, I'm looking around because I don't know. It's just dark in my room. Sheets on the window and everything like that. So it's just dark, and then I probably check social media.
Okay. Check your phone first.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I do, and then I'm up. Might get my day started with like a little bowl or something.
Yeah.
Get my day started. That was before I wasn't working.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Do you remember the second question?
No.
Favorite cereal?
Oh yeah! Hell yeah! I remember that question. Easy. What? Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay, so you just
with some almond milk.
Just like boyfriend over there.
Never thought I'd see the day I'm drinking almond milk.
You gotta try cashew milk. That's the best.
I heard you say that.
It's way better than almond milk. I'm gonna tell you right now. Almond milk's a little chalky.
I only eat almond milk or.
You should just try it.
Drink it with.
You know what? Before you leave today, I'm gonna let you try a little bit of cashew milk.
All right, I'll take it.
We're gonna do that. Okay. The third question is: what would be one thing that someone would be surprised to know about you?
It's a toss-up between me being very good at math.
Okay.
Or that I like to write poetry.
Okay.
I write a lot of good stuff.
So math, like, what's the highest math you got through? Cause I did statistics over here.
Oh, I'm not even gonna lie. My ass got to calculus and did 2 days and was like, I'm out.
So what math are you best at? Like measurements or like I'm gonna be honest with you. The only way I learned fractions was for like drugs.
I'm crying. So I do this thing. I can count. Like if you want to add something.
Are you Rain Man?
Like this is what I do. It's just something that I've always figured out when I count with my eyes. Like
wow.
It's weird.
Would that work if we go to the casino?
No.
Okay. Well, that's.
That's
it.
Yeah, I went to the casino. Yeah.
Okay.
I suck.
All right. What about your proudest moment? Since we've already went over that one.
That was a little bit of one. That was a good one. But to keep it everything my son does. Okay. Everything that he does that.
Is there one thing in particular though? One thing, if you can think of something he said or did.
It was the other day actually.
Okay.
Because he's such a good kid and it made me happy to know that. I was having a rough day, you know. Went outside a little bit, broke down for a second, came back in, refreshed myself, and he came up to me and said, "Your eyes are red."
Oh.
I said, "Yeah." Dad was crying. He said, "Well, why are you crying?" I said, "Because, you know, sometimes you get sad." He said, "Well, you don't have to be sad because I'm happy.
Aww.
And he gave me the biggest hug.
Aww.
And at that moment, I was like, my son got my back for sure. And I was like, I really rock with this dude.
Thing I've ever heard.
And I was like, yeah, thank you. And that's but everything he does, man. He just got his tonsils taken out on Monday. Called me, was just
high
like,
spirits.
I'm good. It didn't hurt. I'm not in no pain. And I'm just like,
little Elijah. God, you
little
do a good job,
nose.
Dad. And last but not least, favorite thing to cook?
Macaroni and cheese.
Like craft or like for real? Hey, that is a legit question. No disrespect.
I gets down. Hey, I just hosted Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
Right?
So how do you, let's hold on. Let's talk about this mac and cheese real quick. Because I love me some mac and cheese.
Oh, trust me.
But what cheese do you use?
It depends on how I'm feeling.
Okay.
Literally.
Your favorite one. What about your like?
I'll
if I asked you to make me some mac and cheese,
mm-hmm.
how would you make it? Without giving too much away, because you know you don't need to steal the recipe.
But your cheeses is probably definitely gonna be it's quite a handful. I can go with a Parmesan.
Okay.
That's like the base, and then on top of it, I'll mix it in a sharp end, medium cheddar because it's a nice real balance to it.
I love sharp cheddar.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't eat cheese though anymore, so.
It's tough.
Yeah.
So I mix it in with those three are like the main ones. So if I'm feeling fancy, I'll throw in some cream cheese.
Cream cheese is underrated
it's
on a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize what cream cheese can do for stuff.
It definitely holds it together.
Mashed potatoes too. Yeah. Have you ever put cream cheese in mashed potatoes? Or like I make a cauliflower mash where it's like, bruh, let me tell you something. You'd be like, I'd rather have that over the mashed potatoes. It's so fucking good.
Nah, I can get down on some vegan food.
But it's not. This one's not vegan.
It's not.
I made this cauliflower mash like a while ago. I used to always make it with salmon.
Mash?
Yeah, and it's like mashed potatoes but cauliflower, and it kind of tastes like risotto. So I used to use Parmigiano Reggiano, and then I would make it with cream cheese, and then put chives in it, put some garlic in it. It's fucking phenomenal.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's hella good.
But yeah, mac and cheese.
Okay, mac and
cheese. My brother was like, Thanksgiving, he was like, this mac and cheese is hitting. And I didn't want to tell him I made it, but I was just like.
Yeah, you're like, it is good.
It's good.
It's so good. All right. Well, thank you for stopping by the podcast. This is episode 11. Thank you for listening. I've been getting hella subscribers on YouTube. I'm hella excited about it. I went up like 30 or 40 subscribers in 2 days.
I'm one of them.
Thank you. And that means a lot to me. And then I just got stickers in, which I gave you a couple stickers. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm about to go just around the town and just tag every motherfucking thing. And if you have a comment, please rate, please subscribe wherever you're listening to this podcast at. That's what's going to keep me going. If you need advice, I'm going to get to the workout advice. So Tanya, if you're listening, it's coming, I promise. But I want Will to be on the episode for the fitness because we're both fitness junkies. So
I can't.
So I will give you advice. But if you need advice about anything and everything, you can hit me up on the gram at JAllDay87. And where are you going to find Moose?
Oh, you can find me on the gram too at _Great Moose. Or if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's just at the Great Moose B.
There you go.
B stands for Brown.
Just in case you were wondering. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. Anna, we'll be back later. Peace.